Hello everyone, my name is Decent5 and welcome to the second episode of my Skylanders Imaginators Ultra Nightmare Locke, where today we'll be playing the second level, aka thingy swamp thingy mushroom river. That's mushroom. I have a bad memory sometimes, but anyway, hello. Rules are in the description, and I explained them briefly at the beginning of the last episode, so as soon as this will let me skip, we will get straight into it. I'm still using Kaos from last time, because I never took him off my portal. Well, I guess I'm switching. Anyway, as I was saying, I never really took Kaos off my portal. I mean, I put my portal on top of my Xbox and turned my Xbox off, but I just didn't take Kaos off my thingy portal. And yes, I have Wildstorm. Wildstorm is the pride and joy of my collection. Technically, he's the only truly rare thing that I actually have. I do not have Lost Imaginite Mines, and I do not have thingy. I'm going to say thingy a lot, by the way. Don't have Lost Imaginite Mines, do not have regular Chompy Mage, and I do not have the Land Racing Pack, so my lucky buy of Wildstorm consists of the only luck I have. Well, I'm changing already. Anyway, that consists of the only luck that I had with getting something rare. I hate that they changed his element. He fits so much better with Earth or Undead, but nope. How did I take damage from that? I was literally not even throwing the same thing. I have come to the conclusion that I hate these enemies.
Oh man!
Mind you, the elemental zones are going to change a lot, so I'm not going to end up using them for long.
What I miss?
That was relatively easy. Well, see, told you. Really wasn't very long, and we're already switching to Undead.
Jump till you drop.
Wonderful. The only case scenario where rampant using of health becomes a proper issue is in the much later levels where the risk of me losing a bunch of Skylanders in a boss fight is high. Or any other fight for that matter. Oh, I don't like this enemy. He's very annoying. All I basically have to do is retreat whenever he jumps.
Spin for the win!
That was relatively easy. The issue you start having with those enemies is whenever you have lots of others to fight at the same time, because then they can end switching already. As I was saying, they can end up on your sides, and then you can take a much more damage, or you can end up underneath, and that also sucks, because then you take damage. You know, aside from, certain boss fights, such as the Kaos boss fight in Trap Team, most of the boss fights in Trap Team actually, it tends to be that a lot of the main fights you have in levels can get much more difficult than the boss fights themselves. I don't know where I took that down. Anyway, they can get much more difficult than the boss fight themselves, because I am going to have that actually. Anyway, as I've said, the boss fight itself, the battles in the levels can become much more difficult by proxy than the boss fights themselves, because there's just so many enemies, and even if individually they serve you no threat, whereas the boss individually serves you a massive threat. In conjunction, it just gets out of hand. They reused this
Senseis are
music.
stronger here.
Wait, is that Senseis or Imaginators? That's Senseis, I'd see the symbol otherwise. Okay, switching to Chaos. Fun.
Behold my catchphrase of doom!
Okay, more fun, huh? Well, you squish, I watch.
I could do with not taking damage.
I'd like to see.
Come on, Skylander, exterminate.
I summon the Doomlander!
This fighting's making me gassy.
There we go.
More fun, huh?
Enemies
You
clear.
squish, while I watch.
Wonderful. I am not doing the battle
Only
gong.
a sensei can strike the battle gong.
That is an absolute. I mean, the ones in the first few levels are, you know, relatively easy, but past that point, just no. Well, I mean, I've said I'm not doing the battle gongs, but still, I'm not doing the battle gongs.
Fear my insatiable doom wrath!
Sorry if I don't, you know, have anything interesting to say during the fights. I am kind of focusing on not losing Skylanders, because that would be bad. I don't want to lose Skylanders, that really won't go down well. But oh well. I can't remember whether this is the snail chest or not. This is not the snail chest.
Oh yeah!
Wonderful.
Life
Oh, I hate
Skylanders
this
are
bit, because
stronger
you've got...
here.
Oh, well. So much for staying as Chaos. Okay, I'm much less worried now. I am still concerned because there's the bugs in the somewhat 2D area. I mean, it is 3D, but still, it behaves like 2D. You can't really move. It doesn't let you move sideways, no. Didn't think so. There's literally nowhere for the stuff to go, and so you end up taking the full brunt of it no matter what. It only took 1 point of damage. And I say 1 point of damage, it wasn't 1 point of damage, but it was 1 unit of damage. So.
Hey, Skylander.
Yeah, he really should stop drinking that water, but he doesn't because he's stupid. Also, so the Imaginators, you know, pretty much the whole concept of the game, yeah? Well, I was having a thought and I was thinking, so my brother, you know, always plays with the same Imaginator, and so that Imaginator has amassed a large number of coins. And while in all the games any character can amass, you know, tens of thousands of coins before they put a cap in place, instead of the games there was stuff that you could buy with that money. I mean, there was obviously a finite amount you could buy with that money, because they didn't code infinite things you could buy with said infinite money that you could keep grinding out. But there's pretty much nothing past the upgrades and Imaginators to spend the money on, so it somewhat defeats the point.
Didn't fall off the raft. Yay!
Oh, here's the snail bit.
Imaginators are stronger here.
You know, I probably could have thought of a rule with a clause about Imaginator strong areas, but that would just include all the boss fights, so that wouldn't be good, would it? I'd always end up using the same Skylander then until they died. So, well, I mean, not even so, but like just in general, Kaos is really good for the boss fights because you can, you know, stay away from the enemy while the Imaginator, well, not the Imaginator, the Doomlanders do the fighting. But then in regular fights, Kaos suffers.
Time to prove myself!
I'm just glad you're not an Imaginator. Oops, I said too much.
This boss fight, that combo stopping you is really irritating. This boss fight's probably going to be a lot longer than the first one, given that I no longer have a Kaos that I can use as a runaway, and none of my attacks are ranged, so I kind of have to come in. I probably should have used the range. I mean, you know, range in general in this game, like in all of the games, is much better for most things. I mean, they're not as fun, but range is definitely superior, because you can stay away from the enemy and then do the fighting. In this case, I could just be standing over here and shooting them, but instead I've got to stay away while they do their attack. I'm allowed. Those bloody combos are going to be the death of me.
In your face!
You've knocked off a paw.
I'm doing pretty well so far.
No matter. I shall make it more powerful nonetheless.
Wonderful. I'm going to quickly
My
check my
statistics
upgrades.
are, of course,
because
all natural.
standstill charge is it? That's what I was looking for. Okay. Oh god, now we've got the secret technique. This is so annoying because it does lots of damage and you can't really dodge it very easily.
Get some!
This is going to be relatively irritating, long and difficult.
Take that!
Fire loud.
Take that!
Again, apologies for the very little commentary. I'm kind of focused. And again, this is just quickly. This is another reason why not having range is so detrimental. Mind you, none of the life. Any of the life senseis range? There's ambush, crash, room bluing, this whole whip thing, so that's kind of rangey. I guess with crash you can launch the TNT crane. And then there's Chompy Mage, so I guess Chompy Mage I could have used him for range, but I'll be honest, Chompy Mage is not the best. I mean, here's the thing, there's got to be a balance between the usefulness in the boss fight and the usefulness in the regular game. I mean, obviously there's only one of Chaos elements, so that kind of solidifies Chaos's position. But in terms of the other elements, first of all, I'm only really picking the ones that I particularly like, otherwise there's no point, because if I'm not going to enjoy playing them, then, you know, that's rather self-explanatory. But, you know, Ambush is very good at regular boss fight, well not regular boss fights, Ambush is very good at thingy. He's very good at normal fighting. Whether he is rubbish, well not rubbish, but you know, not the best in boss fights. Like I said, there has to be a balance. Ay. If I was playing with Kaos, I've already won by now. The Dreamlanders could just stay next to him and do all of the damage necessary. Meanwhile, in this case scenario, I have to stay out of the way. Ah. I need to stop taking damage, I really do.
By the power of Sky T!
Try this on for size.
Respect nature.
This is getting very concerning. I wish that fighting the boss increased the bar instead of it just being enemies. That's a precarious position. Focus. Oh, yeah. Oh god. I jumped, that shouldn't have hit me, that was really irritating. Ah, I'm gonna have to grab that food.
Get some.
I mean, Kaos says it's too easy, and yet I am, you know, technically winning. My health portions, I think. Wish I had a ranged attack.
Stand still, will you?
Come on. The annoying thing is that to a range attack he'll be so vulnerable while he's doing his regular brawling attack. I just can't do anything. I have very brief periods of times in between his attacks to do anything.
Get some.
Like then. And then I have to run away as quickly as I can. Out the way, out the way, out the way. That bloody close. Come on, he's nearly dead.
Pretty sick of watching you win, Skylander.
Come on.
This is too easy.
Having an itchy nose while in the middle of a brawler burst fight with a close range Skylander is not a brilliant combination. Oh dear. There we go. Hallelujah.
You are so annoying, Skylander. Did anyone ever tell you that?
And you're so stressful, Kaos. Phew. That's literally what I can say. Wonderful. Okie dokie. Okey smoky.
Level complete.
Aye, aye. Okay, well, that was episode 2. I am going to skip the cutscene. So yeah, that was episode 2. I've got a bunch of bulk record time at the moment. I can probably record another 2 or 3 episodes. So I'm going to do all of that now with another break in between uploads and episodes for editing and staggering and the rest of it.
Okay, looks like Stealth Elf.
So with that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Bye!